Hello to all you guys and ghouls out there. I am Phantom.
Oh, I just took 2d8 pun damage. Go ahead.
We're supposed to be serious. This is a horror thing, not a comedy thing.
I can't be serious with a comedy thing, but I can be very dark. If you want, I can be as dark as anybody, I guess. But this is that old hairy vet that just came out of my hole in the corner. You know, the hole that's 6 feet deep, 8 feet long, and 3 feet wide.
That's the exact measurements of a grave, if I'm thinking that correctly.
I don't know if there's exact measurements or not. I know 6 feet deep is. I've never whipped out a tape measure in the middle of a funeral. As much, I have to say, as much as I have wanted to.
Okay,
Are you sure that's 6 feet?
okay then. So tonight or afternoon, wherever you are,
They generally don't have question and answer sessions at the funeral, but please go ahead.
we're starting 2-sentence horror stories.
I don't know if I can read that much at a time.
And let us dive into this.
Ooh.
Our first story is by P. Sims. As he holds out the ring and proposes to me, the crowd around us forms into a surprise flash mob who dance and sing in unison to the melody of one of my favorite songs. However, I've never seen this man before in my life, and the dancers are blocking every exit.
Okay.
Yeah. The next one is from Dorkaby?
Oh, am I doing this one?
Yes, you are.
This is from Dr. Thorby. Okay, first sentence. My friends at my middle school started talking about how babies were made, but it seemed too weird and gross to believe. So I asked my mom how I was made as soon as I got home. She smiled and took me down to the basement, where she showed me the tanks in the laboratory where she had grown me and my 3 identical sisters.
Why am I getting creepy Powerpuff Girl vibes from that one?
So how was that? That was scary, right?
No, that was.
I did a good job.
Yeah,
Okay.
you did. Not as good as that Halloween when I was 10.
Oh, I will tell that at the end.
Okay. It's a good one, I promise. Our next story is from What If It's Lupus? You're having twin girls, the doctor happily said. But when I looked at my husband's face, I knew I was going to have another miscarriage later that night. Yeah, that one isn't ominous or spousal abusive. Now, is it? Why are some men...
Wow. Yeah, that was, yeah.
Why are some men so obsessed with having a boy for their first kid? Or just having...
Did it say girl?
Yeah. He did not want daughters. He obviously wanted a son, but he...
You know, I don't know. Maybe they see how much that I suffer. Oh,
I can't
my
be
goodness.
serious. But I guess this is just a pinch of dark comedy when it comes to horror.
Yes, it's very dark.
I offer the coffin to you.
I shall read the next one. This one is from Winston Wolfie with E. They say cockroaches can live for an entire week without a head. I don't know how long humans can last, but my neighbor has been frantically knocking on my back door for a few days now. And I'm praying it's not much longer.
Did you ever see the movie Mimic?
No.
Basically, the movie takes place where a bunch of kids are getting sick from this disease, and they realize it's the bug's fault. So these guys genetically engineer special cockroaches to kill the bugs. Kids get better. They think they kill them all, but they didn't. one comes back wearing a human face, kidnapping people to feed to his hive. And at the end of the second one, they decapitate it, and it's alive for about a week, they think.
That's why you need fire when dealing with threats like this. A pile of ashes cannot continue to live for a week.
Burn it with fire, that's a true saying.
Fire, we're gonna make you burn. We shall rain down hellfire upon thee.
Our next story.
I'm good at that. I was in the Air Force.
Our next story is from The Secret Face.
Shh, it's a secret.
I mean, I answered this creepy dude's Craigslist and with my usual intentions, so I had him gagged and tied up pretty quick, watching him squirm while I told him how he would die. When I went into his bathroom to have a piss before I got my kit out of the car for the fun stuff, I found out that he had a plastic sheet, rope, tape, tools, and everything already laid out on the floor. Well, that
What are the odds of that?
pretty high given how bad Craigslist is.
Pretty how bad what?
How bad it is. Like
What-
stuff
what-
like stuff like that does happen.
You think that serial killers are common?
Well, not common with the other thing, but the guy trying to do what the serial killer was going to
He
do.
was going to do. Apparently, they were both serial killers.
Oh.
That's what I got this. She was a serial killer. He was a serial killer, but she jumped him before he had a chance to jump her. And when she went into the bathroom, she realized, oh look, he's got all the tools that I need here. Everything I was going to go out to my car to get.
Yeah, I misinterpreted that one. Sorry.
That's what I got from that.
Yeah. I kind of read some of the comments. I got a little skewed on that. Apologies.
So yeah, because it's very seldom that serial killers are women. That's why it's
Oh yeah, I think I read that once.
yeah, most serial killers are male. It's because women drive them crazy.
You get the last coffin story.
Remember this old truth in life. Women are crazy. No, it's men are stupid and women are crazy. And the reason that women are crazy is because men are stupid. Something like that. I'm not doing it justice.
Okay.
Men are stupid. Women are crazy. I
Okay.
think so.
No problem.
This is from Depression and Anime. I didn't know you had a different account. Anyway, first sentence. The second that I saw the little boy's picture, I knew he was my son. With tears running down my face and the realization that my search was over, I clicked buy now.
That one is just awful. That poor kid's about to be sold like a piece of meat.
Yes.
Some of these are.
I'm assuming that was not Facebook or probably it was probably the dark web.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. Is the one. Before we end, you have a story to tell.
Oh yes, a Halloween about 20 years ago. So here's the story. My friend had a fort he had built. He wanted to build a tree house for his kids, but he didn't have a suitable tree, so he had a telephone pole. He cut it into 4 sections, so they were like 4 10-foot sections. He sunk them in the ground, and he made like these 4 posts, and he built a little fort on a deck on top with a little tent house over it and a slide and a ladder. But it was built on these 4 telephone poles. Anyway,
Can confirm it was awesome.
yeah, it was cool. It was a great place for the kids. They can go up there, slide down, up the stairs, down the slide. It was nice. So it was Halloween, and his daughters wanted to have a party, and his 2 daughters were friends with Phantom here. So I had a friend who was a part-time DJ. Well, he wanted to be a part-time DJ, so he was like an almost never DJ. So he had a smoke machine, and I borrowed the smoke machine from him and some other props and stuff from a different friend of mine who I knew was in theater. And what we did is we took strips of wood and we formed what looked like a cage on the. It was only on three sides. We never did the back, but on the three sides of this fort, raised house there, a tree house, and I went inside and we turned on the smoke machine, so there was smoke coming out everywhere, and I was dressed up like a ghoul, and I had makeup. Go ahead.
So meanwhile, while the guys and the adults were figuring out ways to nightmare us for about a week straight, us kids were inside. Dad's friend who owned the fort came rushing in, panting and saying, "You kids won't believe it. I caught a monster and I put him underneath the fort. And we have to go out there for the scary story." So, that obviously, freaked us out with the smoke machine, the mood lighting, and the music. So we get to the fort, and Dad is acting like a monster, banging around, screaming, clawing, the usual shit. So we go up to the tree fort, and
You did the scary story thing where you pass around peeled grapes and tell people it's eyeballs, right?
Yeah. Perfect G-rated horror. So we all go down the rope ladder.
No, it's fine.
There was both. I remember both. And the friend yells very loudly.
So anyway, the clue from my buddy upstairs was when the last one was going down, he would say, "Careful, you're the last one," really loud so I would hear. So he did. So remember when I said that we put strips of wood? Did I mention it was balsa wood? The wood they used to make model airplanes. It fractures very easily. When the last kid as soon as her feet hit the ground, I stood up and I yelled, "Enough! Eat children now!" And I swung my arm and it absolutely destroyed the wooden bars holding me in, and they just shattered all over the stunned children, and I just started running out towards them, and it was like Bugs Bunny with the feet moving, and they just scattered. Three of the kids ran straight home. One of them was in a Batman costume, and when his parents called, they said that he had peed his pants. I made Batman pee his pants. And the other kid, there was like another person who was like there dressed up like Jason with, just scared them as they ran by, but they just blew right by and ran into the house and locked the door. It was absolutely hysterical. My buddy got about 7 phone calls, all from parents at how mad they were. And the best part was, nobody called me. That was my favorite Halloween ever.
Yeah, that scarred him for life. Oh god, none of us trusted you guys after that. I didn't realize that.
Nor should you.
And I think our haunting hour is coming to an end.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, if you like the scary stuff, smash all the buttons down below and let us know what you think.
I know. You think I should be more serious, and I'll try. I'm that old hairy vet.
I'm Phantom.
This is the bucket of useless knowledge. Are you scared? If you are, click any button that you see. It will save you. You will be safe if you click any button that says like, subscribe, or yo, yo, yo. This is cool.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.